Fun fact, the first Soul Train Music Awards was held March 23rd, 1987 in Santa Monica. It was hosted by Dionne Warwick and Luther Vandross. Play the music.
Baby, baby.
Welcome to Open Mic. I'm your host, Jamal Radio Raheem. For those who don't know, Open Mic is a music podcast where you can find it anywhere that you get podcasts. You can also watch it on YouTube if you're one of those visual people like myself. Now, today's episode, we are doing a special one. This is the mid-year awards. It's the Radio Raheem Award Show, the Open Mic Award Show, whatever you want to call it. Mid-year awards, I'm gonna give from rap album to R&B album to R&B song, the usual categories. But before we get into this episode and my giving out these awards, I want to say a couple things. There are other albums that didn't make my list that I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? There are other albums that I enjoy. I put 6 to every album category, and for the songs, I did 8 songs. There's other songs and albums that I like. And also, these are my opinions. And there's a couple albums that didn't make my list because I only listened to them once and I want to give more of a listen to these albums. And that's Marsha Ambrose's album and Kehlani's Crash album. I've listened to them once. I want to be able to listen to them more than once to give my actual opinion on these albums and stuff like that. They might make my end of the year list, but they have not made my mid-year list, and that's okay. But without further ado, let's get it, shop. So we're going to get right into this. Now, this has been a good year for rap. This has been a good year for music in general, to be honest. 2024 is delivering. Let's go with rap albums of the year. Now, here are the nominees. Rhapsody, Please Don't Cry. Schoolboy Q's Blue Lips. Future, We Don't Trust You. Featuring Metro Boomin's We Don't Trust You. Vince Staples, Dark Times. 21 Savage, American Dream. And Lupe Fiasco's Samurai. All of these albums are phenomenal. All of these albums, like, you can make a case for having as the best rap album to come out this year. But for me, the winner of the best rap album has to be Schoolboy Q's Blue Lips. This is an album that has not come out of my rotation. It has not come out of my rotation. I've been playing this album crazy amount of times, man. I think the album is phenomenal for like the beat switches to the lyricism. Like there's what is it, Ohio? They got like 3 different beat switches. Like it's like taking you on a roller coaster ride. And this album has been in my rotation since it came out. Schoolboy was in his bag, you know what I'm saying? That's not saying that any of these other albums aren't good, but this Blue Lips is just fantastic, man. It is one of them ones. It is one of them ones. I hesitate on calling it a classic because it hasn't been out for that long. But it might be. It might be. Now let's get into this R&B albums of the year. I put R&B, dancehall, pop. I put them all together because frankly, I didn't want to do 20,000 categories. This ain't the Grammys. It's the Radio Raheem Award Show. Okay. But without all that being said, here are the nominees: Tyla's self-titled album, ESTA's Francis, No Worries, Why Lord, Kyle Dion, If My Jeans Can Talk. It's an underrated album. Y'all need to listen to it if you haven't heard it. Lucky Days, Algorithm, and Tim's Born in a Wild. To me, the R&B album of the year goes to No Worries, Why Lord. That album right there, Knowledge production with Anderson .Paak's vocals, like phenomenal. The feature choices that they chose for this album also phenomenal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that these two work so well together. Like, you can tell they like have a chemistry to it. It's not just like a producer sending just beats to somebody. It's like, no, they have a theme, they have a mission, they also have chemistry. And Knowledge. You in your bag, man. You are in your bag. I want more. I want this whole album. I want just the instrumentals. You was in your bag. Like I think you are that guy. You are that guy. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me stop glazing. Actually, I don't care. I'm gonna give him the credit. You are dope. Okay, knowledge. You don't get talked about enough in these producer conversations. You are dope. All right. Now this category, I'm calling it no genre because these are all albums from different type of genres, and frankly, I didn't know where to place them, and I didn't listen to enough albums in their respectful genres to have a category for it. So, just being honest, the first album is Kamashi Washington. I don't know why I just said his name like that. Fearless Movement. Fantastic album. Sango's North Volume 2, Kate Renata's Timeless, and Beyonce's Act 2, Cowboy Carter. To me, the winner of this, Beyonce Act 2, Cowboy Carter. I have my critiques of this album. I think that this album is more important though than like it's more important than people are giving it credit for, or maybe I'm giving it too much credit. Who knows? But like this album opened the door for country artists and stuff like that. Even though I don't think this is a country album, black country artists, black country writers, black people in general got exposed to a new audience. They got put on a platform that they weren't getting put on, and all this type of stuff. And it's dope to see. Um, so for me, the winner of that category is Act Two, Cowboy Carter. Um, I like all the albums that I said though. They might all crack my top 10. Stay tuned because I'm gonna give you that too. My favorite 10. But for me, the winner is Act Two, Cowboy Carter. Now, producer of the year. This one was a tough one. I actually got seven people down. I wrote seven people down. I was trying to just do six. But I got seven people down. So you got Sango, K Tronada, Hit Boy, Alchemist, Tony Seltzer, Metro Boomin, and No Worries. To me, the producer of the year happens to be, has to be Metro Boomin. The man has produced two whole albums with Future and not a single bad beat. He also has been producing. He produced on 21 Savage's album. Like he's been doing that damn thing. My heart, I really wanted to give it to. I really wanted to give it to No Worries, Knowledge. Sorry, No Worries. Wanted to give it to Knowledge, but I can't ignore what Metro did. Like his production literally carried the first half of the year. Like he carried. So I had to put him in there, you know what I'm saying? Had to put him in here. But No Worries by No Worries. Why am I saying No Worries? Metro Boomin to me is the producer of the year. Um and it might change for me by the end of this year, depending on what else comes out. But right now, he's definitely the producer of the year. Rap song of the year. This one was a doozy. This one was hard, bro. And I tell you, it was hard. Um, but I wrote eight down. You can make a case that's more than eight, but here you go. Sexy Red, Get It Sexy. Um, Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. Glorilla, yeah, Glow. Um, Future, Like That. Schoolboy Q, Ohio. Vince Staple, was it? How you say this? N25 Faye. I hope I said that right. I know I messed that up. Chance the Rapper, Buried Alive, and another Kendrick song, 616 in LA. Um, honorable mention to Euphoria. But to me, the rap song of the year It's Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. That song has been everywhere. Um, they literally played like that song is everywhere. And I'm on the West Coast, so you know that song is just going up. That song is being played all over the world. That has to be the rap song of the year. Has to be. So far, has to be. Like it might be the song of the summer. Like, which is crazy, but has to be. Um R&B song of the year. I also wrote 8 for this one. Kyle Dion's Let's Get It On. Um, Destin Conrad, Same Mistake. I think Alex Isley's on that one. Fantastic. Tinashe's Nasty. Beyonce's Bodyguard. Sir featuring Anderson Pot, Poetry in Motion. Naomi Sharon, Nothing. ESCA and Leon Thomas, Dangerous Game. Kate Trinata and Childish Gambino, Witchy. Now those are all phenomenal songs. For me though, the song of the R&B song of the year, and this one is based off of this is based off of this recency bias. I'm gonna say it's probably recency bias, but I'm going with Tinashe's Nasty. The song is everywhere. I think that's also in the running for the song of the summer. It's literally been everywhere. Yeah. So to me, that is the R&B song of the year so far. Shout out to Nashe. Shout you out, girl. You beautiful. Um, I've been a nasty girl. Like that is a phenomenal song. Shout out to her though. I love to see her success. Now, music moment of the year. Now, there's a lot of moments, man. There's a lot of moments. The first one is Kendrick versus Drake. Um, Second, Meg Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj. Third, Usher's Super Bowl performance. Four, Diddy. That's all I'm just gonna say. Diddy. Five, the BET Awards, honoring Usher, and the performances for that. And last, certainly not least, Victoria Monet's performance at the BET Awards. God almighty. Her husband or her baby daddy or whatever. What a lucky man. That's a beautiful family. But to me, the obvious winner of the moment of the year is the Kendrick versus Drake beef. Now, this has been in the news for the whole year, pretty much. Um, Ever since Like That dropped, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick got the whole thing popping with Like That. And this was just basically saying like, nah, he won't smoke. You know what I'm saying? Drake dropped push-ups and the tailor-made freestyle, which I still to this day don't understand why he did that one. Because that one pissed off a lot of people, including it pissed me off because I don't know why he needed to use Tupac's the AI. I was more mad at the AI though, because somebody with Drake's platform using it, it sets a bad precedent. Um, then we got Euphoria, which whew, 616 in LA, which might be my favorite song from the beef, that production, everything like that. We got Family Matters, we got uh Meet the Grams, we got Not Like Us, we got The Heart Part 6, which not a good moment for Drake. But like this movement, this music moment right here, like you had everybody talking, the whole world stopped. Like I remember like um when Drake dropped that music video for Family Matters, I was like, okay, Drake. You know what I'm saying? I still didn't think it was better than Euphoria. But then when Meet the Grams dropped, I said, oh, this is a different type of animal. This is a different nigga. Kendrick is different. Like, oh. And then like I had like a weird feeling too listening to that music because the instrumental is so like dark. Like shout out to Alchemist. And I was just like, oh gosh, you know what I'm saying? Like This beef had like academics, compromise, had OVO Mal like saying crazy things, losing all credibility and all type of stuff, like Drake glazing to the point where I'm like, man, I used to like respect your music opinion, but I don't even respect it no more. Like lost all respect for his music opinion. You just saw all people on other sides exposing themselves, like DJ Vlad exposing himself. Like so much happened from this beef. Can't ignore the huge concert that happened, the pop out, Ken and Friends, that basically was a celebration of the West Coast and was like a basically stump out of Drake for the whole world to see for free, basically on Amazon Prime Video. We all saw that, you know what I'm saying? They played Not Like Us like 6 times. It was like a moment. It was a moment for hip hop. It was a moment for the West Coast. It was something that I will never forget. I will never forget that. Like I was like, oh my. Like I was like that's crazy. Um the that music moment is something that like I'm glad I'm around to see and witness. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. When are we ever going to see two people with that stature? Two people who are fucking amazing at what they do. Two people I'm a huge fan of, mind you, too. Clash like that. Nobody got harmed. Nobody got killed. Just a great battle. I mean, it was an ass whooping. Like, I'm gonna be real. Kendrick spanked them. But to see that and be able to witness hip hop like that, you know what I mean? Because like I was like a kid when not Drake, when Hove and Nas went at each other. You know, when Ether and Takeover came out, I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 9, 10 years old. Like this is a moment. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that is obviously the music moment of the year. Now, the last category before I give y'all my top 10 albums, my favorite 10 albums of the year. I might give y'all my favorite 10 songs too. The MVP, most valuable player, Future, Metro Boomin, Kendrick Lamar, Meg Thee Stallion, Hi Meg, The West Coast, Drake, and Beyonce. Now, this was tough, but the obvious answer and the obvious winner to piggyback off my last one is the West Coast. The West Coast is the clear winner of this year so far because of the Ken and Friends, the pop out on Juneteenth. We saw a lot of West Coast artists get a spotlight they will never be able to get again. Some of them will never be on Amazon Video for the world to see. A like you're highlighting your music, you're performing, and that is a moment in itself. But not just the Ken and Friends. Schoolboy drop, Vince Staples drop, like Alchemist is killing on the production, Hit Boy's killing on the production. DJ Quick and Problem dropped the project that is dope. Like there's so much happening right now for the West Coast. And that's just rap, mind you. That's just rap. Not to mention like what Tyler the Creator is doing and all that type of stuff. The West Coast is the clear winner this year so far. Y'all can call me biased. I am biased to the West Coast. But even if you take like my biases out, you cannot deny what the West Coast is doing. Like you can make a case that the best two albums this year are from West Coast artists. Like the MVP is the West Coast. Now I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna give y'all my favorite 10 songs and my favorite 10 albums of the year so far. Stay tuned. All right, I'm gonna give y'all my favorite albums of the year. I'm gonna give y'all my favorite songs, five R&B, five hip hop songs, but I also have a playlist on Spotify of my favorite songs of the year. I have a hip hop one and I have a non-hip hop one, which has like jazz, R&B. It's mostly R&B, country. It has those songs on there, and then I have a playlist that's all of those songs into one playlist. If you just want to listen to one playlist, um, but I'm gonna put it on Apple Music as well. It'll be on Apple Music by the time this episode comes out. But that being said, let me give y'all my favorite albums of the year in no particular order, mind you, too. Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q. Please Don't Cry by Rhapsody. Dark Times by Vince Staples. Um, ESTA. I don't know if it's established or what an ESTA is, what it stands for. Francis, phenomenal R&B album. That album is dope. No Worries, Lord, Kaytranada's Timeless, Slum Village, Fun, Lupe Fiasco's Samurai, Tim's Born in the Wild, and Lucky Days, Algorithm. Those are my favorite projects so far of the year. I'm sure it might change. It might change if I like recorded this tomorrow, to be honest. But those are my favorite projects of the year so far. Dope projects. And now let's give you my favorite albums or my favorite songs of the year. I'm gonna start with R&B. Kyle Dion's "Let's Get It On." Love that song. It sounds like some Marvin Gaye stuff. No Worries, Keep Her. I love that sample. Suave, he also sampled that same song on Faces. Um, I like that sample a lot. So that sample alone carried for me. I'm not gonna hold you. And then to put Thundercat on that too. Come on. Come on. Tinashe's Nasty. You know how I feel about that song. You know how I feel about Miss Tinashe. Give me a call, Tinashe. Looney, Show You Why. Um, I like that song. That song, I played the hell out of that song. That song might be in my top 5 songs played this year. Um, Honey and Blue, You're on My Mind Again. That song is a good song. Y'all going through like a breakup or something like that. It's a good song to put on, I'll tell you right there. Um, Hip hop songs, 616 in LA, by Kendrick. That song right there, that sample, everything about that song, I'm a fan of it. And I love that song. Um, Not Like Us by Kendrick as well as another song that I have in my favorite songs of the year, favorite 5 songs. Um, Schoolboy Q's Pig Feet. Um, that might be my favorite off of Blue Lips. That is definitely my favorite off of Blue Lips. I get so hyped when that song comes on. XV, um, featuring Toby, For Anybody. And then Vince Staples was it N25. How you say it? N2Fe. I think that's how you say it. Um, I love that song too. Vince has been in his bag. That song got some bounce to it, like some New Orleans bounce to it. It's dope. It's dope. It's dope. But those are my favorite songs. Those are my favorite albums of the year. I'm going to have all of these songs and albums in a playlist that I normally make. I have a playlist for those who don't know that have all my episodes, except one episode. I didn't put all the songs in there because it would have took way too long. And being honest, eventually I would do it. But I have a playlist with all the songs, all the episodes that I either talk about or play. So y'all should check that out. Before we get out of here, I want to go again over the awards that I gave out. Rap album of the year, Schoolboy Q with Blue Lips. R&B album of the year, No Worries with Lord. No Genre album of the year, I gave it to Beyonce with Act 2, Cowboy Carter. Producer of the year, I gave it to Metro Boomin. Rap song of the year, I gave it to Kendrick's Not Like Us. R&B song of the year, Tinashe's Nasty. Music moment of the year, the Kendrick versus Drake beef, and the MVP of the year, the West Coast. Song of the week. Now, we got to give y'all that because I cannot leave without giving y'all the song of the week. Angelo Moto, All Good.
Someone call the paramedic, bitch, I'm on fire. We don't get this shit together, then we all die. They ain't feeling sympathetic for the small guy. I don't think I'ma regret it when the cars fly. Ain't nothing really hitting like it used to. Gas wake the neighbors up like a rooster. It's a booster, help me see the future. I believe in karma and karma sutra, so let's do some. I know you cool.
With all of that, this has been Open Mic. I've been your host, Jamal Radio Raheem. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff that YouTubers tell y'all, man. And I will catch y'all next week. Peace out.
Baby.